Hello humans, welcome back to St. Kalle and our Own the Map challenge. We are getting pulled into the store here so that we can accept our next contract to continue earning some money. So I did take some time off camera to actually calculate up the amount of all of the fields here, and it is just over $500,000. You can see that we only have 3,600 from our last contract, so we are not going to waste any time, and we are going to jump right into the contracts menu here, and we're going to go ahead and go big. We're going to go for the plowing contract here in field 14. So I'm going to go ahead and borrow these items, and we are going to jump in to the Valtra here and grab our equipment. So the plow is over there, which is great. So I'm going to get attached to the front weight here, and then we'll grab that and we'll head down to field 14. So yeah, the challenge is a little bit harder than I maybe originally anticipated. When I did that math, I was a bit surprised. So we are going to be working through contracts left and right, trying to make that 500,000. We'll do a more in-depth calculation when we are getting close, so we can know exactly how much we're going to need to purchase all of those fields. So let's go ahead and get on the road here, which could be a little bit interesting with how large this plow is. But we're going to go ahead and make our way over to field 14. And once we are there, we're going to go ahead and start getting it plowed out. Alright, here we are coming up to field 14. It is the one just in front of us there. So quite a field, but this plow has a pretty good working width. So we're going to go ahead and get this dropped down and start to get this field plowed up. But yeah, we are, like I said, working our way towards owning the entire map. And rather than owning the entire map like we talked about in the last episode, if you missed that, highly recommend that you go and check that first episode out to kind of understand what we're doing. But trying to own every farm field that is on this map rather than every single piece of land, I think that is going to take long enough for us to do. So we are going to work on just the actual farmable land that we want to purchase. So the wrinkle is that we are only able to make money via contracts, which is why we are up here plowing out this field right now. I think that we are going to not purchase land along the way. I'm going to try to find a way to kind of show you our progress as we are making our way through the Own the Map challenge, so that you kind of know where we are at, do little updates along the way. But we are not going to buy land as we have money to do so. And the reason behind that is that we want to make sure that we don't own land that we could potentially be doing contracts on. So for instance, if I were to own field 14 here, we would not be able to be doing this contract. So I think the move is to go ahead and save up our money, and as we do that, we will be able to purchase all of the land at the end, to either see how far we got or see how much of it that we can purchase, or if we met our goal of owning the map. So this tractor struggling just a little bit up that hill there to pull this plow, but we may as well continue on our way. We'll probably work across the field. It looks like it's doing a lot better in this direction here, so we probably will work across the field, but we can also go down the field, so that's what we're going to do now. We are going to continue working on getting this field plowed out. Look at that view. That is just amazing. This is such a great map. We're going to head down this headland here and then start to make our way again, probably across the field, because the tractor is struggling a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and get this field knocked out, and we might have enough time to grab ourselves another contract before the day is done. Alright, so you can see that this is taking us quite some time here. I think that, well, I don't know if you could tell during the time lapse, but as you can see here, the tractor is struggling quite a bit at times to actually pull this plow, which is making this job potentially a lot harder than it needs to be. So I think this is a great point on why we will have decisions to make later on if we want to own our own equipment and eat into that budget that is going to be used for buying land and owning the map, so that we have a higher horsepower tractor to pull things, such as this plow. So you would think that when you are borrowing the items, that the items you are borrowing can actually do the work that you are contracted to do and borrowing the items for, but as you can see here, it is doing it. It's just not doing it well or easily. So that will be something to keep in mind as we continue to move forward on if we are wanting to purchase equipment of our own to use on these contracts, so that we don't run into issues like this in the future. So we are making our way through the field. You may have seen during the time lapse that we had completed 30% of the contract, so slowly but surely we are getting there. At times the tractor seems great and is tackling the plowing rather easily, and then other times it is struggling quite a bit. So we'll go ahead and jump in here and see exactly where we're at. 37%, so we are making our way. It's just slow going, so we are going to continue working our way towards completing this contract here. But I am up here working, and every time I'm seeing this stand up here in front of us, and it just has my mind wondering. I don't know if there are placeables on this map or not, like there are on other maps, but I feel like if there were, this would be a great place to hide one. So we're going to go check it out, and unfortunately there isn't. I thought that there might have been one in there, which would bring us some more income, so worth checking, but unfortunately nothing happened in there for us. So we'll get back into the tractor here and continue working on the field here and get everything all plowed up. I have missed some bits here and there. I don't think I'm gonna go back around and try to clean everything up, especially with the way that this tractor is struggling, but we're gonna jump back into it and get as far as we can get on this field. Okay, we are wrapping up the bottom portion of this field here. We have made a decent dent into the field. I believe we saw the 60% completed pop up. We'll check what we are at when we finish this last little bit here before moving on, but it is very slow going. This tractor just is not cut out to be doing this work, especially on this field here. So we are 66%, so we are 2/3 of the way through the contract. I know last time in the first episode I said that I plan to finish out all contracts to 100%. I am already regretting saying that was something that we were going to do. Yes, this field is large, and it is taking us a while, but I feel like if the tractor was doing like it is right now and worked like this the entire time, it would be much less of an undertaking to finish this to 100%. So I will see what I end up doing, but let me know below in the comments if you think it would be fair for me, given how this tractor is struggling, if I were to finish this contract when it gets to 100% rather than finishing the contract all the way out like we were talking about last time. But I am going to do the rest of this probably off camera so that you don't have to watch me continue to plow and continue to watch this tractor struggle. So we will probably do most of this off camera, and I will bring you back in as we are wrapping up this contract. Welcome back in. We are finishing up the field here. This is the last pass that we are going to make. I decided that I am a man of my word, and we are going to finish out this field completely. So we have actually already gotten the 100% notification. You can see we are completed there. In the menu, you can see we're completed, but we decided to go ahead and do the entirety of the field rather than just doing it until we got the completion notification. So we are people of our words here on this channel, so we are going to finish that out. There are a lot of missed bits here and there, but we definitely did the best that we could with the equipment that we had. So we are going to make our way back up to the store and get this equipment dropped off. We will want to make sure that we are getting the equipment that we use back to the store at the end of each episode. That is where we will probably start and end most of our episodes. So we are going to make our way that way now. We just hit 5 o'clock here in September, so we are losing light fast, so I don't know if we are going to be able to grab another contract or not. We will have to check that out when we get up to the store. So that contract, plowing out that field, took a lot longer than I thought that it would, but we are going to make some decent money from finishing that up. So it is all going to be worth it. Any little bit counts as we work our way towards owning the map. I thought there was a way I could fold this up a little bit better, but it does not, for some reason, want to. You can hear me continuing to hit the button, and it is just not working. So that car is going to stop right in my way. So we will try to maneuver around without it completely folded up, which is fine because the store is just up here in front of us. We will get parked right here next to our truck, jump into the menu, and we are going to go ahead and collect the money from that contract. $46.17. So we are now over $8,000 in the bank. It looks like 5:14. Does it tell us when the sun sets? It does not. So let's go ahead and jump in and see if there is anything else. So there is a harvesting contract here, which probably wouldn't take us that long, but I think this is where we are going to end the episode rather than fighting the sun. As always, thank you for watching. We will see you next time as we continue to work our way towards owning the map.